And let's now talk about the big wedding of the year. We are talking about the Ranbir Kapoor-Alia Bhatt wedding, which is today. We have been telling you that the wedding is going to happen on the 14th of April. Yesterday is when the Mehndi and Sangeet happened, 13th of April. And remember, 43 years ago, this was the very day when Rishi Kapoor and Neetu Singh were engaged to get married. So that's surreal because Ranbir really chose that very day to actually start his own wedding festivities when the Mehndi and Sangeet happened on the 13th of April. And like that announcement by Ranbir Kapoor's mother and sister that the wedding is going to happen today, we had that official word yesterday. A very, very elated Kapoor Khandan, all set to welcome the bride Alia Bhatt. So that is happening today. The Haldi ceremony is something that is, I believe, all set to start. It's already 9 o'clock. More than that, we have been told that the Haldi ceremony is happening today and it will be followed by a Chuda ceremony for the bride Alia Bhatt. Remember, this is a very, very traditional Punjabi wedding that Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt will have. And the wedding venue, which is Ranbir Kapoor's residence Vastu, has been decorated for it. So ahead of the wedding function, this Haldi and Chuda ceremony are going to happen, and 3 p.m. is when we are told that the couple is going to exchange their vows. In fact, to actually take us through what is happening outside Ranbir's residence and what is the mood really over there, I'm joined by my colleague Radhika. Radhika, just tell us, have we started to see people trickle in for the Haldi ceremony?
Started to see people trickle in. In fact, just about 15 minutes back, we saw Ranbir Kapoor's mother and sister, which is Neetu Kapoor and Riddhima Kapoor, driving in. And we also saw Alia Bhatt's family members as well. Alia Bhatt's mother as well as sister, who drove inside the wedding venue, which is Vastu, which is the Kapoor household. You know, as far as what is expected today is concerned, as you pointed out, today is when the Haldi will happen. That will happen sometime in an hour. And after that is when the wedding is set to take place. They will obviously tie the knot sometime in the evening is what we are hearing. So at the moment, of course, we'll obviously see more A-listers walking in, more A-listers driving in. Yesterday, of course, it was the Mehendi ceremony followed by Sangeet. We did see several close family members and friends from the Bollywood industry who were inside, including Karishma Kapoor, Kareena Kapoor, Karan Johar. And it was a private and intimate ceremony. As far as what's going on, we are obviously outside the venue, and you can see the security presence here. Of course, security is heightened. Since yesterday, we've been seeing several security members as well as bouncers who are obviously manning this place. Even police officials, we expect them to be here as well. Obviously, I'll show you the tree decorations. This was lit last evening. Obviously, beautiful lights that were hanging from atop these trees right outside the building. They were well lit last night, and that's something expected today as well. And as the day progresses, we would obviously expect many more A-listers to drive in. Of course, family members that include Kareena, Karishma, and so on and so forth. And several from the Bollywood industry as well. Perhaps the Khans and Bachchans would be expected later in the day as the, as the couple tie the knot. So yes, the festivities are just beginning. And as the day progresses, in a few hours, we could expect more stars, more celebrities to walk in to the wedding venue, which is the Kapoor household in Bandra Pali Hill.
Absolutely. And the beauty of that decoration that you're showing us, Radhika, of course, it will be in its full glory at night, because we saw those night shots from outside Vastu. In fact, the entire street in Pali Hill has been lit up for Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt's wedding. So those are beautiful pictures that we received last night. We would expect that today is the big wedding. It is going to obviously be rendered even more colorful and starry, like you rightly said, with more and more big people from the industry really in attendance. Radhika, we also saw a lot of wishes really pour in for Ranbir and Alia from the film industry. I believe they were all waiting for that official announcement to come in from Neetu Kapoor and Riddhima Kapoor that Kal Hai Shaadi is when they announced it, and is when that flurry of messages really started on social media. So I believe from Amitabh Bachchan, who's also their co-star for Brahmastra, to Shah Rukh Khan, like you rightly mentioned, I've also been told Amir Khan also is going to be in attendance. So all of these people people would be coming in to wish the couple. However, Ranbir Kapoor has chosen to make it really, an intimate affair. So I believe the, exchanging of vows is going to happen here at Vastu, or is the wedding also planned right here in the residence, or they're really shifting to another venue?
Like, say from what we are hearing, that the entire festivity, all the celebrations are set to take place here. Of course, there could be a movement of Bharat, not entirely certain, but most of the celebrations, most of the, rituals are set to take place in this particular venue. The couple have deliberately kept it a private and intimate affair. I mean, one would guess that probably there would be an official announcement by now, but unfortunately, no, they haven't really come out in the open on social media or otherwise to perhaps speak about their schedule or to sort of, tell their fans about the wedding in itself. Of course, we are getting to know this information from people within the industry. We did try and speak to some of the staff members here. They were also tight-lipped. They were also not being spoken to. They were not given the details either. And we believe that there was a non-disclosure agreement that the guests as well as several staffers have signed so that none of the information is leaked, none of the pictures are leaked. So definitely the couple keeping it a private and intimate affair, rightfully so, because, there have been so many talks and speculations around the festivities and celebrations, so they'd like to keep it as an intimate affair. And one of the reasons perhaps that they did not want a grand venue outside of Bombay, outside of perhaps the country either. They would like to, they decided to keep it in the Kapoor household itself, Vastu, where all the close family members only. Yesterday also, we just saw 20 to 25 people in attendance for the Mehendi ceremony. Probably today as well for the Haldi ceremony, it could be a very private, affair. But as the day progresses, as the wedding, time comes in, perhaps we could see more celebrities and A-listers walking in.
Absolutely, Radhika. Thank you so much for actually keeping your eye on, outside the residence of Ranbir Kapoor and, getting us up to speed with who all are really attending. And you'd have to wait for those pictures, Radhika, because remember, a lot of business involved here. So only the official pictures get released after the wedding really happens. So we have to keep an eye for that also. And it will be from the official handles of Alia Bhatt. We all know Ranbir Kapoor is not on social media. He is a private person. But although a low-key wedding, this one is the biggest one this year that Bollywood is going to see, the Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt wedding. We are tracking all the developments on that, but on that note, I'm also slipping into a very short break right here on Mirror Now. News and updates continue on the other side.